From Apple's trillion-dollar collaboration with Google to enhance Siri to the adverse effects of AI on the human brain, here are some of the most recent updates in the world of AI and robotics. Apple and Gemini's $1 billion plan for new Siri. According to recent reports, Apple is on the verge of completing a milestone agreement with Google in order to license a custom version of Gemini that is believed to have about 1.2 trillion parameters. Apparently, this is all being done in a bid to reinforce their plan to overhaul Siri. Right now, it is believed that said plan would cost Apple a whopping $1 billion per year just so that they could have access to this technology. It better all be worth it too, because from what we understand to be the terms of this deal, Apple plans to run the Gemini-based model on their private cloud comp servers. This allows them to retain control of the data, which in turn will also prevent any external processing that could be carried out by Google. Perhaps this is for the best, because at this point in time, some may consider Apple's current Siri and Apple Intelligence infrastructure to be much smaller than the model they are looking for too. In fact, it's a fair assumption, considering that this current cloud model is only made up of 150 billion parameters. Considering this, the push for the 1.2 trillion parameter model will be a huge step towards progress for the guys at Apple. To be honest, creators and users of Apple products alike could tell you that this maybe should have happened a lot sooner. Right now, Siri is behind when compared to the other assistants in the market. You just cannot compare them to assistants such as Alexa right now, especially when it comes to completing tasks, carrying out multi-step planning, summarization, as well as context-aware responses. With that in mind, this collaboration with Google will streamline Apple's AI while also developing its own next-generation models. That being said, Apple is still working on its in-house models. After all, they consider the steps they're taking to be a stopgap strategy and will only carry on until their foundational models are ready for use. Considering this, there is every chance that this new Gemini-powered Siri will be launched around springtime 2026. Exciting times ahead, as this represents a glaring move by Apple. With any luck, it will help them close the gaps between them and their competitors. Tesla shareholders approve Elon Musk's $1 trillion pay package. Elsewhere, it looks as though Elon Musk is set to get that trillionaire status after all. On November 6, 2025, during the company's AGM in Austin, Texas, the shareholders at Tesla, with a 75% approval rate, approved the compensation package for CEO Elon Musk worth up to a whopping $1 trillion. That said, before he can get his hand on this humongous fortune, he will have to achieve a series of performance milestones. For Musk to get this $1 trillion package, he would have to achieve some rather extraordinary goals, some of which involve elevating Tesla's market capitalization to $8.5 trillion. Deploying 1 million robotaxi vehicles and achieving $400 billion in annual earnings sustained for 4 consecutive quarters, among others. If we are technical about things, you will find that the headlines may be a bit misleading about how much Musk is likely to earn if he is able to achieve his lofty goals. Rather than coming away with an actual $1 trillion, the actual value of his payout is really about $878 billion. Regardless, what's 100 or 2 billion when collectively he would be worth $1 trillion and some change by the time he's done? Perhaps what may be more important is the fact that the pay structure space consists of several sections. For starters, Musk must continue on as Tesla CEO for at least another 7.5 years. This plan allows him to earn up to 12% of Tesla's outstanding shares, with a chance to increase his ownership stake to about 25 to 29% of the company. Considering how some may think this looks as though Tesla is just throwing money at their CEO, the news has created a buzz all over the world, with tons of debate about corporate governance, dilution of share values, and the concentration of executive power popping up all over the place. Some, like the Norges Bank Investment Management, have publicly stated that it would vote against the package as they are concerned over its size and key person. On the other hand, institutional investors such as ARK Invest's founder Cathie Wood stated that she believes that the deal will pass with ease. Whatever the case may be, it looks like the ball is in Musk's court. If he is able to achieve his lofty goals, he might very well deserve another $1 trillion. Granola review. Next up, let's take a look at Granola, a meeting notes app that is designed for professionals who find taking the transcripts for meetings tasking or overwhelming. What makes Granola stand out is that it takes a human-AI hybrid note-taking approach. The human takes their own raw notes during a meeting, while Granola's AI run in the background to capture audio, add context and structure to the transcript. following which it will help produce a clean, actionable summary when you are done. A deeper look into Granola shows that its core features are recording audio right from the device they are using, and that's without the use of a meeting bot or hopping on another participant's link. This takes the privacy settings to another level, while also reducing distraction. The production of structured summaries of the meetings after working with your notes and the AI-generated context, thereby making the notes more useful later on. Helps organize notes into collaborative folders by client, project, or team, while also integrating them with productivity tools such as Slack, Notion, or Zapier. Provision templates so that the note structure matches the meeting type. With that, we can see how Granola is great because the hybrid technique helps the user remain engaged with the meeting instead of having to take the notes at the same time. This also makes for notes with better readability later on. On the other hand, though, Granola's free plan is limited in the sense of how many note views you can see. Another issue is that the app is more focused on note enhancement than the full detailed transcription that the user may rather have. Finally, the user may have to take extra care to review the output for accuracy when working in a noisy meeting. With that in mind, we can see how Granola may be perfect for small teams, freelancers, startup executives, and anyone else who values clarity, control, and clear post-meeting documentation. As such, it might not be so great for users hoping to take minutes during meetings with large teams. How AI changes our brain, and if you need to be alarmed. Let's take a look at how the widespread adoption of artificial intelligence is shifting the way our brains work and how there is a chase that will come with serious long-term ramifications. The first thing that we must talk about is cognitive offloading. This centers around how when we use AI to take care of tasks such as writing, reasoning, planning, or the likes, this may lead to the weakening of neutral pathways that are tied to critical thinking, attention, and problem-solving. Studies have shown that failure to use these pathways regularly could lead to the pruning of brain connections. Another issue that springs up in this topic is how ease of access to AI-driven response. Users are less likely to develop their abilities to focus, thereby affecting the discipline of sustained thought. The more we use these machines, the less likely we will flex the muscles in our brains. This could lead to struggles when it comes to struggling, learning, and adapting to things. Another place here AI could affect humans is when it comes to relationships, creativity, and identity. Using AI as a substitute for cognitive efforts or social interactions could cause adverse effects when it comes to developing elements of the human experience. Emotions such as curiosity and deep exploration could take a sharp decline. With that in mind, it isn't all doom and gloom. Studies also show that AI can augment thinking, memory, and productivity. The issue here is not if AI will change the brain, but how it will change it. If the user isn't careful, there is every chance they may cause more problems than they are worth. Best be cautious of how you use these AI tools.